The first card we have today is the theme, what's kind of going on at the moment. And the card we have is review and reflection, time out needed. So the moon, as you can see in this picture, just speaks about our subconscious self and going within and reflecting on how we're feeling at this time. We may need to look back and, really see how far we've come. All of the work and effort and progress we've made. Sometimes we feel the need to kind of rush through, and we get impatient and we want things to kind of happen quickly. But it's really about, appreciating your progress and seeing how much we have grown. So it's an important time, to kind of take notes of your feelings and, allow any insights and healing to take place. There may be something, that's been buried deep within that kind of needs to be remembered or forgiven. The only way we can do this is by taking time out, by ourselves, really going within, listening, taking note of any insights that we might find at this time. Being near water as well, or imagining yourself near water might really help you. I have myself made another channel, which is in the link in my description, Ocean Soul Star Meditations, where I've recorded being at the sea and overlaid sounds and things on that. So some of those might really help at this time. Second card we have today is, it's kind of like what's influencing us, and that is boundaries, set them daily. So, there may be things that are kind of testing us, such as relationships or situations in our lives that could be draining our energy and time. It's kind of making sure that we are setting boundaries and standing by them. There could be someone or something that, triggers you or brings out certain parts of yourself that, could cause anger or annoyance and things like that. It's about being compassionate and remembering that we're all human and no one is kind of ever perfect. We're always working on ourselves, but it's about kind of being in our power and knowing that we can set boundaries, doing what feels right to us, saying yes when we feel that it's a definite yes, and saying no when we definitely do not want to do that. Obviously there's some things we can't stop doing, and daily chores and things like that we may not want to do. We still have to human while we're here on earth. But yeah, it's kind of just making sure that the things we do have control over, that we are living by our boundaries and are, making priorities for ourselves, giving ourselves time, especially having that time out that we do need. Personally, myself, this is something I've definitely had to work on this last year or so, where I've got two boys who are a challenge. One's got ADHD, one's got autism, and it's not been the easiest journey parenting them. And there's been many times where I have maybe not set boundaries myself and just done everything for them and not kind of encouraged their independence. But then they end up, walking all over you. So it is important, and I've really learnt the word no, especially this past year, knowing when it definitely is a no and I'm sticking by it, and they get used to it eventually. It can be tricky, but the more you do it and the more you prioritise yourself, the more, the better things will be. It's just, you can go through a bit of a tricky stage when you first start doing it. People get a bit shocked. The third card we have is commitment, number 8, and this is kind of like our conscious thoughts. So this could be about, the commitments we have do take work and they do take effort. There may be areas of our commitments that aren't fulfilling, like our jobs or a certain relationship. It could be in any area. it's making sure, is this kind of situation or job or relationship, is it fulfilling you? Is it balanced? This is kind of also linking to our boundaries. If there are areas that are unbalanced, that we're doing too much and we're not, getting the help we need, it's making sure that we're using our voice and we are actually asking for that help. Because people sometimes assume that we've got it all sorted, and sometimes we just need to make sure we are setting those boundaries as well. This commitment could also be a new upcoming commitment that you want to put your energy towards. So that kind of links into our underneath card, which is number 7, caching, which is our unconscious thoughts. So this may be like an idea or a goal that's hidden or unclear at this time, or it may be that you just haven't had the energy to put towards a certain goal that you do want to start doing, or that you want to complete. Or you may just not have all the answers that you're looking for to set it in motion. But there is value in the waiting period. Keep doing the inner work. Finding joy, doing some things that bring you peace. Getting outside in nature, going for a walk, playing. Doing something fun. This can really help. But knowing that when you do have that energy, working on it, working on yourself. If there is like a future project or goal that you have been thinking about and ruminating for a long time, it's getting those pockets of time, even if it's 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, writing some notes down, brainstorming ideas, whatever it is that you're passionate about, helping others, anything, finding those bits of time where you do have the joy, because obviously we can get bogged down by life and we do feel tired after a day at work, those kind of things, but sometimes it isn't the right time to completely commit, but storing it aside, but just keep going back to it, knowing that it will come. Personally for me, I've been wanting to do something like this, start a YouTube channel, that kind of thing, for a long time, but I've just been writing notes in my journal and learning things, watching other YouTube channels, gaining knowledge, reading books, listening to podcasts, those kind of things, and investing that time and energy into yourself is really important. So the next card we have is kind of like that which is starting to end or is in the past, and the card we have is Shambhala Initiations, and it says retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. So this card I'm going to read the description for, because I'm not that familiar with it. So I'll just pick out some bits from the key message. So it says, when things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy, spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. That kind of goes with what we've already said. It is about going within, finding that time, trusting the process. We will get the answers that we seek, but we can't with the busyness of our everyday life. We do need to make time out for ourselves for this. This will help us kind of discover the gifts we want to discover. So the next card is Karmic Board Clearing, and this is like what is just beginning or the future. So this is where we're clearing kind of any energetic blocks, releasing any old energies and stories that are preventing us from living the life that we really want to live. We're now kind of getting ready to move through this. Things like when we sleep and meditation, we are being cleared of our energy. So I think with the picture, it's kind of her arms are open and energy's coming down from the above, and this is kind of clearing through our energy. So I think when we sleep, we are healed. It does help release it. I always have an intention before I go to sleep, and I speak to the universe, please clear me of any energetic blocks that are preventing me living, to my full fulfillment. You can do that every night before you go to sleep. We are all connected, and we're connected to source at all times, and it's knowing this. We always have to work on ourselves and clear our energy regularly. We don't just do it once and then it's done. It's a constant process, so a weekly practice is good to do. It can be in meditation, it can be before you go to sleep, but intention, is what it's all about. You have the intention, you say what you want, and so it is done. So the next card we have is Domination, and this is kind of like your attitude to the theme, kind of the approach, that kind of thing. To me, this card is kind of calling you to free yourself on where you've been feeling trapped. You are starting to take your power back. As you can see on the card, the cage door is open. So it's kind of like thinking you're trapped, but you're not actually trapped. You're the one who has the power to make the steps, make the changes. So it's kind of looking at what is holding you back. What are your beliefs that are limiting you? Do you think, there is no choice but to stay in this job, or there is no choice but to stay in this relationship? We're conditioned throughout our lives to believe that we don't have the power, that we have to rely on someone or something else to validate us, but we don't. It all comes from us. We are the key. We have the answers, but you have to do the inner work to find this, and you can free yourself. So I think this is a really beautiful card. I think this is a really good step forward, that we are seeing that we have the power. The next card is energies coming in, and this is community. So that's really good. It's knowing that we don't have to do this all on our own. There's people around us, whether that's in person, online, who do share the same vision of us. We are all interconnected. We are all one. So to me, this is kind of speaking about collaborations, being with others who share your vision and your goals, and how can we help each other to grow and learn. For me, this past year has all been about my whole life, but especially this past year has all been about self-development, being a bit more selfish. There's nothing wrong with that. Saying no to certain people, or people who want to take your energy who don't align with you anymore. I've had to cut people out of my life who were draining my energy but not giving anything back. So it's who are those people? Who are you being drawn to? What communities are kind of coming in, or who can you share your knowledge with, and who can you gain knowledge from? This is kind of how we grow. The ninth card we have is Druid, Hold the Space, and this is speaks of like our hopes and our fears. So we may want to kind of feel the need to rush forward. We might be getting impatient with a certain situation or a person, or thing that we really want, but it's not happening when we want it to. This is kind of like trusting that things are as they need to be for now, not making any drastic changes or decisions, and trusting that going within, you will find the answers that you need. This is, to me, it's like a holding space at the moment. There's lots of things that are kind of going on that we really want, but that's not really how manifestation works. You might align and raise your frequency and your vibration, but kind of things around you take longer to kind of result and come in. So it's kind of being patient with the process, still working on yourself, not thinking, I've done all this work, but it's not done yet, because it's never done. Things come in, things leave, but things are as they need to be, and it's remembering that. So be kind to yourself. Don't think you're doing anything wrong, because you're not. But yeah, just like it says on the card, hold the space. The 10th card we've got is the result or the key or the outcome. And this is Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. This is quite an empowering card. I like the message in the book, so I'm going to read it. And it says, stop looking outside yourself and recognize you have incredible power within. Magic is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. Magic is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive on their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. And the extended message is, you are the magic, you are the answer. You have it all within you. If you have been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being, but your power can only be as powerful. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you're being guided to recognize now. Which I think that's a great message. You are magic. We are all magic, and we do have the power to make anything happen. The last card is an angel number card, and it's 1551. It says, hold your vision. Keywords are manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision and prosperity. The message is, focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes you desire. It is time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous and brave spirit. And yeah, I think that wraps it up. So yeah, hold your vision and remember, you are magic. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.